Namaste. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across the planet, around the world. My name is Gregg Prescott from IN5D.com, and I got to change that banner. There, let's put that one up. All right. Welcome to the day after Christmas. Today is Boxing Day in many countries. I know the UK, they celebrate Boxing Day, and Ali won't be here because of that. Canada, they have Boxing Day, and I'm still not sure about the whole Boxing Day idea thingy, but for some reason, it's a big celebration. It's a big day of, I don't know, regifting and returning stuff that you didn't want to begin with. I don't know. Can someone explain what Boxing Day is? I'm clueless. Anyway, yeah, today is day after Christmas. I hope you guys all had an amazing Christmas and were able to spend it with loved ones and family. And, you know, that's what it's all about. Hi, Vera. Thank you for popping in. Hello to Claudette. Happy holidays to you. And I'll be reminding you guys throughout the evening, but on New Year's Eve, it's a tradition that Ali and I, well, it goes even beyond me meeting Ali. I give predictions on New Year's Eve, and the last few years, Ali's been doing it with me. But we'll be having a New Year's Eve show. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It'll already be the new year, apparently, in the UK and beyond. But you know, most of our viewers are in the United States. But we do have quite a few viewers outside of the United States. And if you can tune in, I know it's late. We have a few night owls like Vera and Ali and a few others. So yeah, if you can tune in, that'd be great. Or watch it on the recorded version. But yeah, we're going to be, I don't know, the last couple of years, Ali and I have had a couple cocktails for the show. Last year I drank peppermint Kahlua with chocolate vodka and a little milk. And, oh, that's yummy. But I'm thinking, I've been trying to wean myself into the keto diet. And obviously, New Year's Eve, all bets are off. So I'm looking up there. I've got on my shelf, I've got this big bottle of Jack Daniel's honey. I might be drinking that on New Year's Eve. But, well, we'll see. There's my sister, Tara. Boxing Day, I guess we need to get a set of gloves for some family fun. All right, bring it on. My sister would kick my ass. Vera says, I can't wait till it's all behind me. Yeah, I am so done with these Christmas days and New Year's Eve. Actually, I don't know. I'm good either way. It's like, you know, I spent Christmas by myself yesterday, although I spoke with my parents and Brittany and texted friends and family and spoke with Ali yesterday and watched football all day. So I was okay with that, you know, but I also get, you know, being able to spend time with family and, you know, putting on a nice dinner for everyone. And with Ali, she said her daughter Ria made like 3 different entrees for everyone. I forgot that turkey, I think lamb, and something, a ham maybe. And I'm thinking, wow, how do you cook all that stuff unless you have multiple ovens, which they don't? That must have took forever to cook all that stuff. But yeah, that was very nice of her to do. And today they do in the UK what's called, oh, I hope I don't mess it up. Bubbles and squeak. It's where you take everything, all your leftovers, you throw it in a fry pan and fry it all up together. They love it. To me, that sounds pretty disgusting, especially when there's crap in there, like, I don't know, Brussels sprouts or something that's gonna contaminate all the other food that's in there. I'd be like, I'm not hungry. Just get a little amount and put it on your plate and then move it around. Make it look like you ate something. Yeah. I knew you were kidding. Hi, Carla. Carla says Boxing Day originated in Victorian England. It symbolizes generosity as the affluent once boxed surplus items for the less fortunate, usually the day after Christmas. Well, thank you for that. I did not know that. A little additional from Claudette. Boxing Day was created to give gifts to employees back in the day and to give them a day off. All right. All right now. Hi, Moore. Celebration of return days in England. Pip, pip, cheerio. Right on schedule. I love Brussels. Oh, they stink. Gah. It's a little. I could say the same thing about any vegetable, though. I'm not a vegetable person. Gah. I like corn, which is not keto friendly. I like salad vegetables, so I'm okay with that. But for cooked vegetables, maybe carrots and green beans, that'll be it for keto friendly vegetables. Yeah. When I was visiting Ali in England, one of our mutual friends, Cliff, I hadn't seen him since last year. And I saw him and he lost a lot of weight. I forgot how many stones he called it, but it worked out to about 60 pounds in a year. He was on the keto diet. He said he had to buy all new pants and stuff, a whole new wardrobe. And I was like, yeah. And I was very intrigued, and I asked him a lot of questions because you can't eat bread. Well, you can't eat normal bread, but there is keto bread. He says that he buys, I think, on Amazon, and it's like 2 loaves for $15. It's not cheap. And they sell it here, and it's not much less expensive here in the United States. I think it's like $6 a loaf. So you can have keto bread. And I asked him, I said, what does it taste like shit? He said, no, it's actually okay. He didn't say it was great, but it was okay. The hard part, if you were to go keto, which I will be doing, I think the hard part would be, not having some of the stuff that you've had all your life. Like for me, I've been a milkaholic. Milk is not keto. So, I mean, you can drink tea. Juices are out. Tea and water. Yeah. That's going to be tough. Or it's like, not like I go out for pizza a whole hell of a lot, but man, no pizza. There's a place called, it says chain pizza, believe it or not. It's called Jet's Pizza. And it's not everywhere, but I went to one here in Sarasota, and they have these, I think it's 4-corner pizzas where they give you a pizza that's like that big, and it's just cut in 4 pieces, and every piece has some outer crust on it, and that's what makes this particular pizza so popular. I think it's a Detroit style pizza, but it's that outer crust and the crunch on the outside of the crust that makes it so delicious. I'm from upstate New York, where arguably, New York pizza is some of the best pizza in the world. And it's wonderful. There's so many different pizza places I go to when I'm back there. Mama Nina's, Sal's, Depot, Al Fresco's. So many places that, man, I just, and all the pizzas taste a little bit different. They all have their own signature to them. I had some friends down from upstate New York, and we went to Jet's Pizza. And these guys, they love and appreciate a good New York pizza. But I said, you guys got to try this. And they fell in love with Jet's Pizza. And you'd think I'm like a spokesman for them. I'm not. I don't get paid anything to say, hey, this is my sponsor or anything. No, they don't sponsor me. And it's just a really good pizza. And that's what I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss that milk, juice. I don't know what else I'll miss, but definitely anything with bread. So, I guess you could have the keto bread. So I could do that. I don't know. I'll have to get more into it to decide what I'll miss. What I won't miss is the weight I'm going to lose. So, hi, Joyce from Scotland. Never forget that. Hi from holidays in the Netherlands from Vera is nowadays more used as an excuse to download loads and loads of alcohol. Only few that know the true meaning of it all. And you are an outcast when you don't celebrate. Who cares what other people think, It's just their opinion. It doesn't matter. If you're good with it, it doesn't matter what other people think. Hi, Linda. Good timing. We're talking food. Hello to Phil. How are you, brother? Joining us on Facebook. And Lisa Lovestar. And Anita Gale. Happy day after and UK Boxing Day. I love Jets. Yeah, isn't it great? Hey, Greg, what was the name of the Cut the Cord TV website? I don't remember. So as I mentioned, Ali's not going to be joining me tonight. I'll be flying solo for this and the next show, Live and Uncensored. But if you have any questions you'd like me to look at through the tarot, you're more than welcome to ask. Just put them in all uppercase in the chat, and I'll get to them. What is today? 12/26. Getting used to that water, right? Is anyone keto? Got any tips for me if you are? Any good ideas on how to get through the whole keto process? Make it work for me? I'm going to take my measurements of myself and weight and, all sorts of things on January 1st. The before pictures, and then we'll do the after pictures. For one of Ali's Christmas presents was I made a video for her when I was over there in England. She had to go out of the house for a little while. I think she had an event or something, and I wasn't 100%. I was kind of like feeling all congested and all, but what I ended up doing was every year when I'm there, I always write like little notes for her, and I hide them all around the house. So throughout the year, she'll find these little love letters. But I had extra time, and I thought I'd make a video for her. And it was called What I Do When Ali's Not Home. Oh my gosh. So I can't play it for you because there's a part in there I can't play on YouTube or any other. But yeah, so I recorded myself just walking around the house doing silly things like blacking out one or two of Ali's teeth on the picture with a Sharpie, and then maybe drawing a goatee on another picture. And you know how she has those hair extension thingies? I'd put them on my head and pretend to be her doing an astrology report. Stuff like that. It was hilarious. And she was literally in tears from laughing so hard. But yeah, I just wanted to do something special like that. I sent her, she has some gifts that are supposed to be arriving, and they arrived in the UK on the 21st, according to tracking, but that's where they stopped tracking it. And she still hadn't received them, and I haven't received hers either. So we'll just open them up when we both receive them on whatever day it is. Okay. Let's see where I left off. You talking about food again? Yep. Left off there. Hi to Leek Hanawati. Leekhanawati. How was that? Did I come anywhere close to that? It's a new name. Thank you for joining me. Welcome aboard. Hi to Sean. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Rob. How are you? Hi, Rosie. Everything is fine with Ali. Today's Boxing Day and spent with the family. She's in, when she overdoes it, it's really rough on her. So I told her, don't worry about it. I got your back and your front. Can't stay. Got to go visit my grandson. Time to pay. Okay, that's okay. Appreciate you popping in. Thank you. Yes, Allie's fine. She's okay. Just fast 1 day a week, then you're good. Well, that's a good point. Leekhanawati. That's a good point. Intermittent fasting, I think, is a good idea to do in conjunction with keto. So, and I did this back, I don't know, 6 months ago or something like that, where I wouldn't eat anything in the morning until I think it was 9 or maybe 10, 11, something like that. But I'd only eat for like 8 hours, and I would fast 16 hours. So if it was 10 o'clock, it'd be what, 10 to 7, something like that. So you could have your meals between 10 and 7, and that's it. You stop eating after 7 p.m. And the intermittent fasting, the fasting is for the 16 hours. Yeah, the 16 hours that from where you stop until you start again in the next day. And it's not that bad, honestly. You get past, the cravings for like a snack at 10 o'clock or something like that. So yeah, that's a great idea to do that, to include fasting. But what you're saying is to fast 1 day a week. I think I'm going to go with the intermittent fasting. That's a pretty general question. I mean, I can take a look. I'm not sure, on questions like that are general. It's kind of hard to. But something usually pops up, and what I'm seeing so far, the cards are basically saying that it's actually going to be a good year. There might be some struggles, but I think you guys will get by it easily. And eventually, the struggles are, it might seem like you're going uphill for a spell, but everything's working in unison and in conjunction to create that happy family atmosphere. And then we have benevolence happening. So something might happen globally with that benevolence part. Just keep getting that feeling that next year's the year. And we're starting to see like a global, what is that called? Some kind of basic income. We're starting to see that in more countries. I think Canada's rolling it out. Certain places across the United States. I know here in Florida, I think Gainesville is doing some kind of, it's similar to a universal basic income, but it's not exactly that. But, more and more people are rolling that out. More and more countries are rolling that out. So I think something along that line is probably in order for 2024. So I'm going to write that down because I'm going to add that to my predictions. I do feel that. Hi, Chris. I am for the most part. I found you to have splurge a little bit every now and then, or I end up going way overboard when I have a bite of something I'm not supposed to be having. So having a little bit of this along the way. Yeah. And everyone I've talked to about whatever diet they're on, and I've done this in the past as well, is, I make sure that I have a day that I can actually say, screw it. I've earned this and I'm going to go out and have some pizza and not feel guilty about it. And you look forward to that one day that you can actually have something that you enjoy. Maybe I'll go out and buy some orange juice and just drink orange juice that day. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's a good idea. And Phil's asking when will we see on the mainstream media that Joe Biden is an actor wearing a mask? That's a good question. Do you trust the mainstream media? First of all, do you think what you're asking ultimately is for the mainstream media to start telling the truth. So when will they start telling the truth? Right? Because for them to come out and say something about Biden, I don't see that happening, but we'll see what the cards have to say. Yeah, common theme. Look at this. Yeah. Look at the reactions on all their faces. So, a lot on your mind going on kind of thing, and not feeling content. I don't see it happening in 2024, but looking beyond 2024, it's on its way. It's going to happen, just not next year, Phil. And we all want it to happen. We wanted it to happen 10 years ago, and it should have. A lot of things should have happened by 2012. But no, I don't see that happening in 2024. But beyond, yes. Okay, take care. Bye, Vera. Have fun with your pup. Hi, Shannon. Yes, universal basic income. That's what I was thinking. I I've heard that intermittent fasting is good for you. I have a hard time with fasting. Yeah. Yeah. It's really good for you if you're trying to lose weight, which I'm trying to do. I'd like to get my tan back as well. It's been so freaking cold. Actually, today was halfway decent, but I just had so many errands I had to run. There was too many things I had to get done to go to the beach instead. But I should have went, because for the next, I don't know, 15 days, right through the beginning of next year, it's going to be cold here. Cold is relative in Florida. Cold for us in Florida is 60s. When I consider myself a Floridian, I've been here for 20 some odd years. And when you're basically living here full time, 60s is cold. I'll put a sweatshirt on if it gets in the 60s. Yeah. Hi, Crystal Princess. How are you? Jeremiah says he thinks Biden might be a clone. I think there are clones or body doubles, doppelgangers. I mean, there's a lot of photo evidence that show two different Bidens. I mean, even the sound of them, the nose, the ears. I'm not sure if it's a clone. I would lean more towards a body double or a mask. Yeah. You know, you get some of these people that say, oh, he's a clone, she's a clone, everyone's a clone. Well, maybe you're a clone. I don't know. Not you, Jeremiah, but the person that's saying everyone's a clone. But I don't know. I just feel that while it's possible there are clones out there, I don't think it's as prevalent as what some of these people are saying. It's more likely that there's doppelgangers in masks than clones. When will alt news become the news? Love it. Yeah. Well, it already has been. You know it as much as I do, but they've been trying to. Got a tippy toe around this. They're trying to suppress it as much as possible, obviously. There's been a lot of amazing YouTube channels that have come and gone. You know, most of the people that I was subscribed to maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or at least 15 years ago, they're no longer on YouTube. Some people, I'm surprised how they're still on YouTube, like Mark Dice. And he's lost his channel numerous times, and he keeps fighting and getting it back on. So when will alternate news become the news? That also is coming, but it's not going to be immediate. Justice will be served, and we're looking at a painful ending for the mainstream media. I'm sorry. There. Shut off. It's one of my writers for IN5D is texting me. Anyway, yeah, painful ending is coming for the mainstream media, and transitions on its way. And once again, we got that family card where the truth comes out, and I think it'll be able to be shared amongst family and friends. It's just not gonna happen just yet. It's already happening on, like, you're on BitChute and Rumble with me as well. And a lot of the alt news is coming out there. And what you're saying is, when will it come out on the actual mainstream media? And we'll, I don't know if we can rely on that, because I think it's going to be, for those of us with our ears to the ground, we already know what the truth is. And many of you already do too. Some of us put it out in video to help others awaken who might not know what the truth is. But from what we know is it's really hard to trust anything on the mainstream media. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for the question, Phil. Crystal Princess, how are you? I was out grounding barefoot in the snowy grass yesterday. All right. Good. Hi, Shell. I believe they are masks perfected by the CIA long ago. I agree with you. It's a new name. Hi, Shell. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Biden's an actor in a mask. Could well be. That's what I'm leaning towards, more so than a clone. I don't think that's a global predictions question. But that's a good question anyway. What happens to a demon-possessed person when they die, reach the other world? And I would have to say, just from my own intuition on how to answer this, and from everything I've read and seen from other people, I don't think their soul, they still have that soul spark in them, right? Despite the possession that they have, that soul spark is part of Creator Source. It gets returned to Creator Source. That whole demonic possession part dies with the meat suit, basically. And just a reminder I might not catch them all the questions, so make sure that you put them all in uppercase. Let me put the banner up there. There we go. Like Leona did. But I just saw one there and I missed it. Right here. The Federal Reserve in 2024. I might have made a prediction on that for New Year's Eve. Let me check out my predictions real quick. Hang on. There it is. No, but I have a prediction similar relating to cryptocurrencies and all. But do you see the Fed going away in 2024? Man, once again, they should have gone away when their charter ended in 2012. Actually, I think it was December 31st, 2011. I don't know how or what they're hanging on. There's no charter for them. That expired. That 100-year charter expired. So what the hell are they hanging on to? How do they still have power? Yesterday, I just saw a coin. It was really shiny, and I looked at the date on it, and it was 2022. It was a quarter, 25-cent piece here in the United States. So obviously, they're still printing coins. As for dollars, I don't know. Haven't seen a new dollar. Has anyone seen like a dollar from 2022 or 2023? I haven't seen. So, do you think the Federal Reserve is going away in 2024? No, sadly. But looking beyond, once again, 2024 is going to set the table for many events to happen after that, like with the mainstream media, with Phil's question. But beyond, it's not going to, a lot of this stuff it's been in place to be taken over for a long time. It just takes time. We all feel that we're on that, that precipice of major change. And we are. Just everything has to happen correctly and fall into place. So will it happen? Yeah, and I see it eventually happening in celebrations, and will it happen in the future? Yeah, but it's just not 2024. Yeah, I wish, like I said, I wish it happened on December 31st of 2011, when the Fed's charter ended. But yeah, unfortunately, nope, not until after 2024. But it's happening. It's inevitable. They can't push this fiat currency much longer. And like it says below, this is for entertainment purposes only. Hi, YouTube. What do you think of the Federation of Planets rethinking positive and understand? Wait a minute. This is one long sentence. I'm not sure if it is a question at all. What do you think if the Federation of Planets rethinking positive and understand that they have been faking the planet and humans for a long time now to succumb to the masters of the galaxy, the Irma power? I don't know what that is. And leave peacefully the Earth and humans for good. Not sure what the question is there. It seems like you're saying that the Federation of Planets is basically an overlord for Earth. I'm not sure who the Irma power is. I don't know how to answer that, Salvador. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure what the question is. It's one big, long sentence without a question in it. So, yeah, I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. Hi, Desley. Desley says, I have seen my doppelganger. It's a very eerie feeling looking at the same eyes, transfixed at staring at each other and not making any attempt to speak to each other. They even drove the same color and make of car. Wow. Do you guys ever get this? I get this often. If somebody will mistake me for someone else, and there's two names that I get a lot, Jeff and Steve. Jeff! Oh, I'm sorry, you're not him. Steve! Excuse me? You're not Steve? No, I'm not Steve. Apparently there's some guys that, Jeff and Steve, that look like me. Or I look like a Jeff or a Steve. I don't know what it is. But, yeah. What percentage globally are awake at this time? Ooh, this is a hard question to ask with cards. I don't know how I'm going to answer that with cards with a percentage. But I'm just going to look at the cards and see what they're showing us anyway. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what I'm seeing is that not as many as what should be right now. That's the devil card. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. And the first thing that comes to me is that the more they can keep us distracted, the more it keeps that vibration down. right? And of course, what are people doing? You know, they're texting and keeping, they're on their phones a lot and missing out on this kind of interaction. You know, when many of us were kids, obviously we didn't have the cell phone or computers or all that stuff. But now you got the world in the palm of your hand, literally distracting you. But yet Orwell knew years ago. Let me see if I can find that quote. It's so true. The quote that okay, here it is. So football, beer, and above all, gambling filled up the horizon of their minds. To keep them in control was not difficult. George Orwell, 1984. Isn't that true? So what, 40 some odd years ago? Almost 40 years ago? 84. Yeah. I think it was written before that. I'm going to look it up. Yeah, he wrote that in 1949. Before many of us were even born. But isn't that true about, you know, the distractions, basically, which was what Leona was asking. How many are awake? Well, not as many because we're too distracted. Did you ever notice this? Let's say hypothetically, you're watching TV. I know many of you don't even watch TV anymore. I don't. My TV sits there. My sister came over when I was in England, and she said, I can't get the TV to work. I said, I don't know. I don't use it. Apparently, I don't know. I have a Fire Stick. I don't have cable or anything, but I do have a Fire Stick, and apparently that was unplugged or something. She figured it out and got it to work. But have you ever had, you know, the TV on, and as soon as you shut it off, all of a sudden you feel so much calmer? It's the constant keeping you lifted up, you know, not your vibration, but just angst, you know, that kind of feeling. And as soon as you shut it off, you feel that calmness. You come back. That's part of the distraction as well, to keep us from getting our vibrations up to where they need to be. That's why it's so important to ground. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. There's a site online that shows you your doppelganger. I looked at it, and she did look a lot like me. A lot. Isn't that interesting? So when you submit your picture, you become part of the database for other people looking for their doppelgangers, right? Okay, Angelina. Hi, Angelina. Why are many in the lightworker community so silent on the genocide taking place in Gaza? I that's not a question I can answer with the cards, but what I can tell you is that I'm seeing corruption on both sides. There's lies on both sides. I'm tired of the lies. I don't want to get involved because it drags my vibration down. And I don't want to sound insensitive to anyone that's going through anything with what's going on there. But I've seen enough lies on both sides that I don't want any part of it. And I'm sorry if that sounds insensitive or anything, but yeah. Shannon's asking, are they going to stop accelerating with the fear ailments? Now they have canine respiratory and zombie deer. I haven't heard about that. Fear ailments. What is that? Is that what? I'm not sure how to answer that question. Canine respiratory and zombie deer. I got to look that up because I never heard of that. Canine respiratory. All right, canine respiratory disease outbreaks. Coughing, sneezing, labored breathing, nose or eye discharge, lethargy, decreased appetite. Yeah, I never heard of that. I know it's, a lot of people are going through something similar, myself included. It's like you'll have to cough. You have a non-productive cough. You can feel it, some kind of phlegm or something right about there, and you can't cough it up. It won't come up. A non-productive cough. You're not sick. It's not, what, that I can't say. But yeah. Are they going to stop accelerating with the fear ailments? Well, I never heard of it. Then again, how did you hear of it? I'm curious because I don't watch TV. I don't read any newspapers. So it's not in my reality. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. I guess I can look into are they going to stop accelerating the fear ailments? Jeez, look at these cards. Nothing in these cards is saying that anytime soon. They're going to keep pushing this crap as long as they can while they still have whatever little power they have left. Their power is going. As a matter of fact, remember, I've seen a number of people making posts about these celebrities. If Trump gets elected, they're like, we're going to leave the United States. I'm thinking, why wait? I don't know. Of course, they said the same thing the last time, and they never did. They're just being drama queens. But yeah, they're going to keep doing. They're going to keep doing these fear-related, idiotic crap to, obviously come up with more jabs and. Uma is a feline race. Irma. Never heard of that. Sorry. Just looked at my Canadian money issue dates 2012. Welcome back, Claudette. Is there a galactic federation of planets here to help us through the change? I've never heard of that. The Galactic Federation of Planets. We'll see what the cards have to say. Dang. Okay. Got this card again. I couldn't figure out, why do I keep getting this card? Painful endings. But it wasn't in regard to the Galactic Federation of Planets being real and coming to an end. It was, will there be, exposure to this being real or not? Will it come out? And the next card I got, what more do you need? The star. So yeah, it is real. They don't want it. They don't want people talking about this. Obviously, it would infer that there's other life outside of planet Earth. And if that's true, which we know it is true, it's for entertainment purposes only. But if that's true, that would kind of put an end to all religions, because, what are some Venusians supposed to drop to their knees and beg Jesus for forgiveness when they don't even know who the hell this Jesus character is, and that there was at least 8 other versions of Jesus before Jesus? I've always said that if a UFO were to land on our planet, there's 2 things they wouldn't have: a Bible and money. Think about that. They don't need religion. They don't need money. Why would they have that? So yeah, there is something, and I'm not sure if it is specifically the Galactic Federation of Planets, Federation of Light, but there is. And it makes sense because, think of it, there's all these different races outside of the United States. Is it possible that they have like a United Nations kind of thing? Yeah. Very possible. Not sure what I heard, but anyway. All right. I was writing it down. I wrote down Galactic Federation of Plants. Yeah, the plants have their own little federation. It's a new name. Hi, Wendy. Welcome to IN5D. I have a very rare disability, and apparently there's another girl that looks just like me in town. We are a team in this journey of learning. Wow, that's fascinating. Having read the book back in high school, it took a bit longer to get to the extreme of the book till the 1990s. I know what you mean about turning off the TV, getting calm suddenly. I can't watch even movies that are action or war movies. It rattles my inner peace. Yeah, I'm with you. Ali can watch those kind of, those kind of movies and stuff. I don't want to watch anything where somebody's getting killed, where there's violence. I mean, action. Yeah. If I watch anything, it's usually like a time travel movie or a comedy. That's it. Because other shit just brings my vibration down. And I don't want that. Too many lies. Yep. There's a bad dog virus going around. I did not know that. Wow. Ailments they talk constantly about to incite fear. I agree with that. They only said something a couple days ago. I fear nothing. Indeed. Had a girl. Hi, Selena. Maybe a roach. Well, in a trailer, you never know. The dog respiratory thing has been around a few months. This is the first I've heard of it. Heard about both of those in phone notifications. Wow. Wendy says you can only concentrate on here and the now. The only thing you can pace is your own breath. So breathe easy. No worries needed. Zombie deer have brain weighting disease. What's brain weighting disease? Never heard of that one. Why am I so out of the loop? They say that those are going to leave could possibly already be executed. That is the reason they may have to disappear. That's possibility. I'm not saying yeah or nay, but I have a hard time believing some of these people that are saying, oh, this person, that person, all these people are already in Gitmo and these are all clones. All of them? I doubt it. Some, maybe. We know that the narrative is being controlled. Like, how many people honestly believe that Epstein is no longer with us anymore? That person that they removed from the jail didn't look anything like him, in my opinion. But, what they're telling us and what we're sensing or feeling are often two different things. So is it possible that some of the people are, well, a lot of people, did the white hats take him out so he could sing like a canary? Or did the black hats take him out to protect him? Right? I feel it was the white hats, if anything, to get him to talk. But this is for entertainment purposes only, so. Must have done something to the ticks that are giving the deer and dogs diseases. That makes sense. Yep. Hi, Vixter. Vixter gal. A lot of people are not ready for contact with beings from elsewhere. I think a lot of people here are. We're all ready for it. I say bring it on. Hi, June. Thank you for joining us. Welcome aboard. The soul of Jesus incarnated many times, I do believe. Well, yeah, because like the previous deity was Mithra, who was born to a virgin, died on a cross, resurrected after 3 days, 12 disciples, and it goes on and on and on and on with all these other predecessors to Jesus. Is it possible that he incarnated many times? Yeah. It's possible that is it possible that they regurgitated this story and that there was never one to begin with? Yeah, that's possible. I can't prove any of it, so I can't tell you definitively yes, yay or nay, but I can tell you what I feel. But it goes against popular opinion, especially if you're Christian. But yeah. Is that human parvovirus? I've had this. We have outbreaks in Australia. I don't know. And now they're going after our pets. They don't want us to have any joy. That is true. I wanted to ask if others are experiencing ringing in their ears. I've heard this is part of getting into the fifth dimension. I actually have an article on IN5D. I'll see if I can find it for you. Oh. But yeah, I've written about this extensively on IN5D. All right. All right now. Oh gosh, it's gonna be hard to find. Bear with me. Yeah, I can't find it right now. Sorry about that. I'll try to, if I can find it, I'll put a link down below. But yeah, oftentimes what that high pitch frequency is, in my opinion, is something that's helping to attune you. It could be DNA upgrades. It could be an overall body, some kind of upgrade for your body. It could be helping to bring us into our fifth dimensional light bodies. I'm not sure. But I can tell you this, as a musician, the frequency changes. And I can hear that note, and I can find it on my guitar, right? And every note has a specific meaning as well. So you can find the message of that particular note through the meaning of what you're through what you're supposed to be learning from that note, from the meaning of whatever note that is. I used to post that often on IN5D, and here I'll do a hang on. I'll do a screen share of what I'm talking about. Here's one from August 20th, 2019. When I woke up in the morning, the high-pitched frequency I heard was in the key of E major, which is every note also has a chakra correlation. So E major was the solar plexus. So you can look into that, and the solar plexus, I do, the sun, confidence, optimism, noisy shouts of joy, laughing, pleasure, and not yet complete, full delight lies in E major. And yeah, there's so much you can find out about each note. Like here's, there's a body function. E major is associated with the kidney and the gallbladder and different frequencies. So you can have this one at the frequency of 330 is the kidney. I guess this one is too, the gallbladder as well. Yeah, 330. Yep. And here's this chakra. So your E, solar plexus right here. Okay. And then the notes on a keyboard. And even you can figure out what planet that perhaps maybe a message is being sent to you through the specific one. And we were looking at solar plexus, so that would be the sun. Okay. But yeah, there's so much you can learn from these high-pitched frequencies, especially if you're a musician and you can identify that particular note. That's possible. I don't know. I heard on a live with Super Soldiers yesterday or the day before that first contact might be April 16th, my birthday, the Earth Day. We shall see. Yeah, we'll see. My ears are ringing right now, Chris. I just don't know. I don't have my guitar near me, but if I did, I'd figure out what key it's in. I can hum it though. It's a much higher frequency than that. Yeah. Do you mean the note of the sound of the ringing? Yes. It's a high pitch. Like I said, that's the note I hear right now. I'm not sure what note that is, though. I'm tone deaf. That's okay. I'm colorblind. Ali will ask me, does this look good on me? I'm like, how do I know? No, I always say, of course it does. You look fantastic. But I am colorblind. Desley, I've had it for a number of years. Part of the ascension process, I resonate with the copper pipes in the shower and the overhead wiring, more like a humming sound. All right. Mine is so high pitched. Mine is too. It's much higher than what I'm humming. I'm just humming on a lot of octaves below that, but it's that note, but much higher, whatever that note is. It's 9:11. Well, no, it just turned to 9:12. Okay, folks. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. I still got to get some stuff done before I come back on Rumble. If you want to join me, the link's right below if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're watching on Facebook, I think the link's above us. It should be. But yeah, join me on Rumble, live and uncensored, and looking forward to seeing everyone there as well. So, gonna take off right now. If no one told you this yet today, please allow me to be the first. You are loved. You are appreciated. Thank you for your service to humanity. So until the next time, I'm Gregg from IN5D, sending you all infinite love and light from my heart to yours. Take care, everyone.